My name is Horata Mudutla. I'm an IT officer based in Makepe's Rust Primary School. I did my degree at Botswana Accountancy College, Computer Systems Engineering. Ke simolotse computer studies ko junior and senior school. So le by then. I came to Makepe 2018 January 29. Ke tla go report, ke tla go bona lehelo. I 2018, I was driving myself, a bit like car problems, and then every case when I got a hassle for transport, it was extremely difficult because there's no public transportation. So we managed to get a combi. I'm the driver, so I collect other teachers who stay for me.
Ventilation, right? Our base, they need ventilation, that is free air circulation, right? To avoid unpleasant bad smells. Yes, again.
Easy collection of eggs.
Easy collection of eggs. Alright, if you are keeping layers or breeds of layers, then it should be easy when you collect eggs. Alright?
The first class I had, the kids were scared to use the tablets. They were even scared to touch the tablets. Some knew what they were, some didn't have a clue. Over time, the kids got used to the tablets. They get extremely excited when you bring the tablets to class. The kids have improved. They can surf the internet, take pictures, draw, do stuff like that. Anything basically, as long as you lead them, they are able to follow you and do what they need to do. I believe the computerization project should continue to the whole of the country because it's a good initiative. And I would like to thank the UASF for the opportunity they have given me as an IT officer in Makepe's Rust.
Ke bidua Lena Masego Babele. Ke tlile kwano ka 2013. Ke tla go acta as school head. So ha ke tsana kwano ke tlhetse le gore gona le project e ne ke le suggestiwa ke the deputy owner ile sekolong who went for study leave in the school head. That's why I acted as school head. Bo go ra gore bana bana le project ya connecting classroom. So mo projecting ya connecting classroom go ra gore ga gona motlakase ga gona sepe mo jarateng ya sekolo ga gona la hele sepe go end up ile gore re dira mokwalo re kopa gore re connectelwe because all our classrooms were not connected, but at our houses no gona le motlakase. Luckily ka di 10 tsa September 2014, bo Mr. Mokware and the team, Bokra team, were moving around Kgalagadi and Bokgantsi areas on needs assessment exercise. They end up coming here. Ka be ke ba bolella gore bathong ke kopile dithuso. Ke kwadeletse ko Bokra ke kopa dithuso. Sekwele sa me sentse hela jaaka sentse ga gona eng ga gona eng. Then ka di 16 sa December 2014, I received a letter ending in adopta. Ba supa gore they have responded to my request. Gore bang assist.
If you know the geography of Botswana, know that Streisandam is in the southwestern part of the country and is the first village in that region. We were doing a needs assessments in the region, the Kgalagadi region, and it was very interesting for us to know where is this village called Streisandam. We had to go there to make sure that it's a village that we can occupy somehow. Therefore, when we got to that village, we found a school. This school was full of kids who were very clever, who could speak English, who could speak Afrikaans, but they lacked certain services. We found it very important that let's just make sure that we support these kids. In making sure that we support these kids, we had to see the headmaster. Or that time it was a woman, and the woman ushered us well in, and we were very pleased with how she was treating us. And we thought, okay, fine, this is a school that could be adopted. Up to now, we have done what we call internet connectivity in the school. We have provided computers. We have provided resources in terms of people to teach on ICTs. And it's now all systems go.
The Communications Regulatory Authority Act mandates Bokra to facilitate the rollout of communication services throughout the country, regardless of the economic conditions or the geographic conditions prevalent at every corner of the country. Now, to achieve this mandate, Bokra needed to find a way to facilitate the rollout of communication services, particularly to those areas that are considered very small and possibly even uneconomic. Bokra then created the Universal Access and Service Fund, also abbreviated as the UASF. Because mobile operators are in business, they choose places they can provide a service to based on whether they can make money or whether they can make profit. So for those places that they consider uneconomic, they do not have any intention to go to. So the government would then say, I needed to find a way to ensure that even those people that are small in number and maybe even low in economic activity are still provided with communication services. Hence the formation of the Universal Access and Service Fund.
My name is Linis Mahali. I am 9 years old.
And can you tell me about your school? Where is your school?
In Streisandam Primary.
Okay. What's your favorite subject in me?
Environmental science.
Why? Why is it your favorite subject?
Because I like it when I write it on test.
Okay. Can you tell me about the computers in your school? What you learn in computer class?
Computers is so lekker. Alles wat ons leren in de computers is van die test en alles wat ons moet schrijven in die testen.
Can you tell me what you want to be when you grow up? And
I want to be a pilot.
wow. Why do you want to be a pilot?
Because it's very nice when you be a pilot because you get many money.
Get many money.
Yes.
Since this project was initiated here by Bokra in conjunction with UASF, I will say it has impacted the school and the community at large. Since I've been here, I've been interacting with many community members, including the Hosi. If you go to Hosi and ask him about Mr. Mashida, what he has done at Tribal, he'll verify that they know me, I travel everywhere. Even at VDC, they have a cabin there, they have computers, I've been there.
We, as the community and as a leader of Streisendam, we cannot withhold our appreciation for what Bokra have done for our school, Streisendam Primary School. Because at one point in time, I recall that I was saying that, okay, we people in Botswana, our children lack some of the facilities whereby other countries are ahead of us. Because people at a very young age, they are used to, or they are introduced to computers. And so they start. But fortunately enough, when Bokra adopted Streisendam, then we have been provided with all those equipments whereby the kids, our children, could have been using computers. And so that was an advantage to the children. I believe that this also encouraged them to attend school, because they have that advantage of playing, working on with the computers. Yeah, also it is also an advantage with those equipment that we received from Bokra, that many of our people, let me say the people here, if they want some photocopy, like romangs, like birth certificates or death certificates, they just go to the school and then make some photocopies there. And then fortunately enough, not like in the olden days where we used to just go to Boksburg to the police and to the headman that side. No, I'm here as the headman and also being as a commissioner of oath, so they are coming here and then I certify their copies and the problem has been solved.
We do have the IT officer in school. His name is Mr. Edmond Mabong. Mr. Mabong's role is to make sure that all the learners, starting with the reception class to standard 7, access the use of the computers.
My employer, UASF, has bought about 50 tablets for students, a server, internet connectivity, and printers to every school in this region of Kalahari. This is a master tablet. It runs on a Windows 10. It is very touchable. Students it has a touchpad and also the keyboard. It has also this pointer or this stick where students can just easily maneuver through the tablet with it. When I first arrived here in Boksburg, most students were much afraid they wanted to learn, but they were also afraid to touch it because they think they were ruin the computers or anything. So as time went on, I started helping these children to learn. They were so happy to learn. They didn't even know how to put a computer on. I taught them that. They were so happy to learn it to an extent that they even wanted to produce something. I sat down with them and said, come on kids, let's come up with something. So we started designing this. This is just a template of an online magazine, a school online magazine. They did this all this typing, designing, all this. It was with my guidance on Microsoft Word.
This thing has really helped in improving the results. 2 years back, we did 61%. Last year, we did 72%. And this year, we are aiming a minimum of 83%. So that is because of the use
the technology that we have in school. So its impact is really helping in terms of improving the results.
Okay, do you like computers?
Yes,
Okay, why do you like computers?
because we learn many things in computers.
Like what?
Like when we write tests, we come and learn and we do revisions.
Does it make it easier for you to learn?
Yes,
How does it make it easier?
because we see what is happening.
Currently, there are 9 licensees that contribute to the fund. These are 3 network operators, Mascom, Orange, BTC. We have the wholesale provider, which also contributes, which is Bofinet. We have 4 private broadcasters, eBotswana, Duma FM, Gaps FM, Yarona FM. We also have public postal operator, which is Botswana Post, which also contribute to the fund. In addition, any leftover money from BOCRA at the end of financial year is taken to the fund.
The Universal Access and Service Fund in 2017 noted the need to go out to the rural areas and ensure that its mandate of connecting communities is achieved. 68 villages were identified across these 3 regions to benefit from upgrade of mobile network and computerization and internet connectivity for government schools. The schools hosted by the 68 villages received computer devices and internet connectivity. A total of 77 schools, being 68 primary schools and 9 junior schools, benefited from the project across the 3 regions. The connectivity initiative was an effort of 3 ministries, being Ministry of Transport and Communications, represented by BOCRA, or the Universal Access and Service Fund, the Ministry of Basic Education, and the Ministry of Rural Development. The project started in 2018 and completed in 2019, with BTC being Botswana Telecommunications Corporation awarded the district of Kanzi, then Mascom Wireless, Kalahadi, and lastly Orange Botswana, Mabudzane Sub-District.
Are you camera shy?
No. I'm not. I'm processing. I'm excited. So I'm trying to calm down. Yeah. My name is Wakanza Abakomusi. I work as an IT officer at Malaysia Primary School that is located in Kalahari South. It's regarded as one of the remote schools in this area. I went to school at Botswana Accountancy College. I was doing computer system engineering, where I attained my 2-1 honors degree. This project was more personal for me, especially because we had to deal with kids and computers, 2 things that I adore. So my journey with computers started at a very, very early age when my dad introduced me to it. So when I got a chance to be part of something like this, where I would be a reason why a student or a kid is able to use computers, I was very excited. So that's what made me stay. That's the thing that kept me going. Even through the challenges, every morning when I got here and I had a class and I would see the faces of these kids, I swear, that is all you need. That is all the energy you need for the entire day.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
When I first came here, a lot of them were not very familiar with these kind of gadgets. They were very scared of these things. Some to a point that they didn't even want to touch them. You'd put them in front of them and they're just like, no, that foreign thing, no, don't want to do that. But as time went on, as long as I'm still in the school. So I think that gave them a bit of a comfort. We can do anything because Mamusi said, so the minds, or they can just explore and do anything that they want with those things. So it helped them a lot in order for them to be able to grow to where they are right now, because it's quite amazing where these kids are right now. For Simulahela, standard 4 until standard 7. If you were to go to their classes right now, but sort of the tablets, you'd be amazed at what you would find that side. These kids are able to navigate around these tablets without my assistance. And whenever we get a new teacher, they're the ones that teach the teacher how to use these equipment. But we had a project that was going on, we called it the Content Directory. So it was created by Middle Pete's IT officer, and then other IT officers, their responsibility was to flood it with content, because we're all about content, sharing content. So we would share exercises, we would share past papers there, and these kids would access those past papers from the content directory, and we would load them on the tablets. So those things really helped them a lot in the academic performance. We saw a great improvement from the beginning of the year when we started using the content directory up until the end of the year when they got their PSLE. It was honestly remarkable. We started virtual quizzes because we are planning to do a virtual maths and science fair as our response to the hit by COVID-19. So what we are doing right now is we'll pick a date and we'll pick a subject and we'll pick a class. Like yesterday, we had a competition between Malaysia Primary School Standard 5 class and Middle Pete's Primary School Standard 5 class. But the maths. And the nice thing about this is that our teachers set questions differently, and the way they teach is also different. So by doing this, they get a chance to see how we do things in Malaysia Primary School, and we get a chance to see how they do things in Middle Peace Primary School. So in that sense, if anything, if there's a gap maybe in our school that we are unable to cover, or maybe a teacher's weakness, it's filled in by Middle Peace Primary School's math and science teacher. Okay, girls in ICT. I'm a woman in ICT. I feel like if I could do it, because I'm somebody that used to have a lot of doubts about what I could do, but I found myself excelling in school in computer system engineering. I find myself excelling in my work. It's evident in my reports. It's evident when you talk to my management. It's evident when you talk to my kids, even when you talk to my teachers. So it shows that even as women, we're able to be leaders in this industry. I consider myself as a pioneer, and I consider myself as a leader in ICT. So if I can do it, then why can't you?
My teacher is Mati Pate, and she teaches me computer lessons.
What do you like best about computer lessons?
What I like best about computer lessons is that we search on the tablets, and we look around the world by searching, and when we search, we look at new different things. It helps me by seeing new things that I never seen before.
I'm Lois Ngope. I'm Director, Department of ICT and Media Services in the Ministry of Basic Education. My department is tasked with ensuring that there is ICT integration in schools. We also manage the TV and radio educational broadcasting stations. So UASF approached Ministry of Basic Education to propose assisting the ministry to help in the integration of ICT by providing connectivity to schools and affiliated equipment and personnel to make e-education actually materialize UASF has also put in place IT officers. They have engaged the officers and are paying their salaries. And these IT officers actually operate under the ministry, under the leadership of the school head. And these are actually the key transforming agents in the schools. And the impact, am I going on to the next question?
Yes, please do.
The impact that this whole setup has had on education is just enormous. In that these very remote locations that have always struggled to access content and communications with other parts of the nation and the world are now able to see things that they never saw before. You know, I once went to a school in one of those remote areas, and the teacher was complaining to me that it's so difficult to even teach something as basic as road signs when the only sign in the village is the one with the village name on it. So now through ICT and e-education, not only can they see what road signs really are in Gaborone, but even in Paris and New York and any place in the world. So it has really transformed the way that teaching can be done.
The result of our primary school has improved so much, because as an IT officer, I have to ensure that I come up with strategies that are IT related and also that integrate IT into education. So the performance has escalated. If I can give, for instance, we have a number of A's that are posted in front of the headmaster's office. When I came here, we just had about 3-4 A's, but now they have reached over 20. And I believe that it is the IT that has really upgraded their level of performance as a school.
Exactly. Make sure you look at your map, how it is, and make sure that you drop your circle in the right place for you to be able to win, okay? Don't just be playing. Make sure you drop your circle in the right place for you to win against the computer. Reduce your volume.
The most thing that I love about Kawa is that I get to be able to impart skills to people, to students, even beyond school borders. I get to meet people who are in business, who are in farming. I can be able to assist them with IT-related skills and knowledge. So most of the time I have lessons with students during the weekend, because that's the time I can interact with them for a longer period as compared to during the week. So that keeps me busy, and me loving doing that really keeps me away from moving around to anywhere else.
So tell me, you use computers, right?
Yes, madam.
Do you like using computers?
Yes, I like using computers.
Why?
I like using computers because we do revisions like mathematics and Setswana. They learn as subtraction, addition, and multiplication and division.
Types of child abuse. Types of child abuse. Really, how many are they? They are three. You mama. Yes, Rochelle. Physical abuse. Yes. Emotional abuse and yes, Kalisha. Sexual abuse. Sexual abuse. Again.
Leina la me ke Gorata Monica Areke. People na bantse ba mpolela gore I'm good with kids. So then my sister applied for me na ke sa itse. I was called for the interview, then ke bo ke tsewa. So ha re simolla ha tota ne le go le da setenyana hela. Go le dingalonyana o tla re gongwe go re dirisa yone network tsa bo South Africa ontso so gape ontso o na le phone itimile ko South Africa gore re go lapeng ga ba itse ko lenteng so tota di network di goroga botshelo bonna botokanyana yana ha internet yone goroga jano ke ha ile gore Christmas hela o itse ke boitumelo mo go rona ka gore re bona gore yana re batho le rona re tlanna re communicate le batho go le go ba lenteng o khona o dira le sengwe se e leng gore le motho go ga borone kana motho go zo nshambe kana motho ka o khona o se dira yana manukunuku a gore re go di artsketeng a fokotseganyana.
These kids, they enjoy these lessons. Barata tota go dirisa di tablet mo lo gore even if I walk around the school ha e setsa tsila bonela lesson madi pate re tobetsa leng they are always excited ha ke tsana mo classing you will see their smiles ba itumela ha ba bona di tablet they really enjoy and even in their learning hela go dirisa ICT kwa ba thusa tota because ba khona go tsena mo internet and ba researcher gore they can do anything more ICT. Even though ke le khakala le kwa lapeng the network communication ka kwano e siame ra le network re na le Mascom Orange di mobile tse tsotlhela di a connecta hela sentle so ke khona go bua le ba kwa lapeng hela sentle go sna le mathata.
My name is Thabo Makhan. I am schooling in Valu Primary School and I am 12 years old. When I grow up, I want to be a scientist. I want to be a scientist because I want to help our country to fight pandemics like corona. I like the computers because we can search about information in our surrounding and things that we have never explored before. The internet taught me how big an African elephant ears are.
Normally, when you give a child a tablet or a cell phone, they get excited using it or playing around with it. So when we got here and we introduced these tablets to them, they got excited using them. whereby they ended up wanting to learn more about, learn using them in the school curriculum. I think ICT should be a part of the curriculum because I've seen the way the kids interact with ICT and the technology, even the teachers. They're able to do their work better, and then using the ICT, students are able to access more content easily and in a better way.
I think ICT should be integrated in delivering the curriculum that exists. I feel you'd achieve more in having a maths class with ICT integration than just having an ICT class. Yeah, communication is easier now. Like if one kid feels, you know what, I need to revise with a kid in Malish, we call them and then they revise. Collaborating with other schools, like schools have their own question banks, right? They set questions and they put them there. Like from time to time, they take them to revise with the kids, right? So having kids from different schools revising together, that means more questions from different question banks. You understand? They get exposed to different ways of asking questions. So yeah, it improves their performance in a massive way.
Yes, to the UASF, I can say job well done. What you did is just too wonderful because we can be in Gaborone from here. We can connect. We can be in touch with anybody in any part of the country because of you.
I would like to say to the UASF that I hope this project goes on to other regions of Botswana.
Nka leboga UASF. First year like tiro. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here. ICT iriretse dilo motlhofo. Nyame ke go tisa malebogo a matona ko Bokra ko UASF. Gore ba re diretse mo re sa go akanya. Bokra e re diretse monate e rile botshelo motlhofo.
Bokra UASF, hey, this project is, I give this project a thumbs up, honestly.
I want to thank the UASF, my employer, for the jobs that they've given me. And I'm very thankful for this opportunity that they've given me and the impact that I'm doing in this area.
My message to UASF is that you have done a massive job for me personally and for the community at large where the project has been imparted. People are growing and it is through your hand you have seen a need and you have responded accordingly.
We appreciate the work of UASF. We want them, we wish them the best, and we want them to continue with this project so that everyone is taken on board.
This project is changing lives. People are adapting greatly to it. Teachers, at first, it seems as if maybe they're reluctant, but I don't think we should lose hope in this thing. Because with time, they're starting to see that, oh no, ICT is actually here to enhance me, not to replace me. Because when you first arrived, yeah, there was a lot of resistance that was going on, but now it's not the case. They're actually the ones that are following us, asking us, hey, when is our next lesson? And you know, the best part about this is that they have found a way, together with our help, to actually blend the two things, blended learning. Now the way they've been doing teaching is combined with ICT, and it's quite a beautiful sight. And it is evident in their results.